So hello guys, Acrocanthosaurus finally comes officially on the Ark Ascended. And in this video, we're gonna talk everything about Acrocanthosaurus. So I created multiple sections to discuss this topic. First one, about stats, abilities, and appearance. Second, where to find this creature and taming methods. Third, some tips and tricks, and tell you every mistakes I made with this creature so you don't make the same. Fourth, comparison with their competitors. For example, Direwolf with Thyla or Acro with Rex, to let you know is there anything better than this creature or is it worth taming.
So let's start with Acrocanthosaurus stats. At level 1, he has 1300 HP, 400 stamina, 600 weight capacity, melee 100% as usual, with 55 base damage, and 800 torpor. Talk about his appearance and abilities. Acrocanthosaurus is a big carnivorous theropod, similar to Rex. It's actually bigger than Rex in size, and size does matters in Ark. You will know later in this video. I like his design, and I love his amber eyes. So scary. For his gathering abilities, he can collect meat and hide similar quantity to Rex, but have one advantage here. He can collect meat and hide with his stomp attack. If you farming meat and hide with Rex, if dead dino body behind you, you have to turn around to eat that. Because Acro Stomp has big AoE, you can collect meat from all the direction, 360. The best thing I like about him is how fluid he feels to explore and move around. When you're exploring with other creatures, even with Giga or Rex, most of these creatures get stuck in the trees and stones for a few milliseconds until it breaks. This delay feels a bit clunky. With Acro, he don't get stuck with trees at all. All the trees break as soon as he touches them. It feels so satisfying. Now, let's talk about his attacks. He have multiple unique attacks. Let's start with his normal bite attack. He does 55 damage with his normal bite attack. And he does massive 162 damage with his secondary stomp attack. This stomp attack has an 8-second cooldown with a big AoE. And if you hold C key, he does his iconic roar. Man, I love his roar. And if you normally click C key, he goes into shield stance. In this stance, Acro gets these benefits. First, 40% damage reduction. You take significantly less damage from all sources, including turrets and high-tier predators. Second, increased knockback resistance. As you can see, in normal mode, Trike can knock back my Acro, but in defensive stance, he's not able to knock me back. Third, increased torpidity resistance. Fourth, shoulder bash attack. He still can perform bite attack in his defensive stance, but with less damage output. And instead of doing stomp attack, he does a shoulder bash attack to push back his enemy. And this shoulder bash attack can damage metal and tech structures in PvP. Fifth, rider protection. When I first time saw Acro launch trailer, I thought, why he's bending his body like that in his defensive stance? But when I put saddle on him, and I saw the rider's seat is not top of his back, but in the side of his neck, he's actually bending his body in defense stance to protect the rider from enemy projectiles, like bullet and arrow. It's useful in PvP, but it's risky in PvE. Imagine you collecting meat in swamp and your game crashed. I mean, it's Ark's specialty to get crashed time to time. You will drop down in the swamp, where Capro, Titanoboa, leeches eagerly waiting for you. All right, back on track. In this defensive stance, the more damage Acro takes, the faster his adrenaline bar gets filled. He can gain adrenaline even in normal stance, but he gets more in his defensive stance. Once his adrenaline bar gets full, now, you might be thinking how he gets his adrenaline bar filled if wild creatures don't attack my Acro. Well, they put a solution too. In defensive stance, if you press space key, Acro does a unique kind of roar to makes all the nearby creatures aggro on him. For 35 seconds. It's actually useful when collecting meat. Why bother go to the meat when meat can come to you? With this roar, all the nearby creatures starts attacking Acro like crazy, and your adrenaline bar gets filled in no time. After his adrenaline bar gets full, if you press space key, he does a special kind of roar to stun all nearby creatures and enters in adrenaline mode for 35 seconds. This duration gets extended if you keep getting hits when you're in your adrenaline mode. You can see if I'm getting multiple hits, those hits stopping my adrenaline bar to drain quickly. So once you get in this adrenaline mode, now real craziness begins. First of all, in adrenaline mode, he glows in nighttime. How cool is that? It seems like adrenaline running through his body. And look at the buff he gets in his adrenaline mode. This is crazy. He gets increased movement speed. Acrocanthosaurus becomes much faster. Movement speed increased by 50%. Boosted damage. Bite damage and attack speed are increased by 35%. Enhanced stomp attack. Instead of 1 stomp, Acro performs 3 stomps, but now it has a 15 seconds cooldown. Health regeneration. The Acro constantly regenerates health in this mode, approximately 0.2% health per second. Faster stamina regain. Look at his stamina. Even if Acro running or attacking, he constantly getting stamina regain. Increased resistance. Provides increased resistance against damage. There's more in this adrenaline mode. He even starts running through all the rocks. Trees, rocks, no one can stop him now. Wait, there's more. When Acro's adrenaline bar gets full, if you press space key, he roars to activate his adrenaline mode. And if you press space key after that roar, he does one more special kind of roar.
To buff all the other tamed creatures, they get team buffs. Allies receive a buff for 25 to 30 seconds that provides plus 20% movement speed, plus 10% damage, and approximately 7.5% damage resistance. There's a downside of this buff. Acro himself don't get his own adrenaline buff. He basically sacrifices his own buff to buff his team. At this point, I feel like he's getting some kind of special treatment from Studio Wildcard.
Well, that's it for his abilities.
Now, where to find Acro, and what's the taming methods? Spawn locations. On the island map, the center, Ragnarok, and most of the maps, Acro found primarily in the Redwoods forest. They also occasionally spawn near mountains. In Scorched Earth, Acro found in the high desert and mountainous areas. In Extinction, typically spawns in the wasteland areas surrounding the city. For taming method, this is the best method for taming Acro. It's for experienced players who already have some big creatures tamed. Don't worry, I put a method for beginner players too after this. So experienced player who already have some big tamed creatures. Creature like Deinosuchus. This big croc has a high drag weight, so Acro can't push you back. Look at the difference. So all you need, Deinosuchus, narcotics in your last slot, and exceptional kibble. If you have tech binoculars, you can check Acro health, but you don't have that. Try to get a Deinosuchus who has a high health and don't have too much melee damage, so you don't accidentally kill Acro. Bite him until he goes into defensive stance. Bite a little bit more, and when he roar, get off from Deinosuchus. Press E to feed him narcotics. Feeding narcotics increase his torpor and heal him completely. Repeat this process for a couple of times and he gets knocked out. Then you feed him exceptional kibble to tame. Congratulations! You got yourself a tamed Acrocanthosaurus.
For beginners who doesn't have big creatures, like Deinosuchus, before I start, there's some mistakes I made and some difficulties I face while taming Acro that I want to share with you. My first mistake was trapping him. I killed my first 2 150 level Acro like that. If you trap him, he doesn't able to go in his defensive stance and simply dies, so don't trap him. Second mistake, bringing only one type of weapon. I bringed only one max damage ascended pump shotgun. I killed my third 150 level Acro by mistake, even he was in his defensive stance. My shotgun damage was too high. I killed him by mistake. You should bring different types of guns, some with high damage and some with low damage. Like I used one fabricator pistol with my shotgun to manage damage and accidental kill. When I saw, he's wounded too much and about to die, I switched to my high damage shotgun with low damage fabricator pistol. third mistake, I tried to tame Acro on my feet without any mounts. This guy deals tons of damage. He wrecked my armor, and now I have to focus on my health too. To solve this problem, I just use any tamed creature who lets you use your weapons while mounting on that creature, like Trike, Stego, Carbonemus, Griffin, Thyla. There's multiple creature who lets you use weapon while mounting on them. Level up their health so they don't die. I use Carbonemus because it's easy to tame and beginner friendly, and he has so much health. And most importantly, easy to control and move around. And Acro has shoulder bash attack too. That attack knocks you back like miles away from Acro, and if you roar after that attack, good luck reaching him to feed him narcotics. To solve this issue, try to find some kind of back wall, like some mountains or big rock, and stick against that wall. So if Acro does that shoulder bash attack to knock you back, you can't get knocked back from him. And if you still accidentally move away from that back wall, and he knocks you back like he did with me here, be calm. Don't shoot him. Don't worry about his torpor. First, go to the back wall again, because if you even miss only one single roar, he enter in his adrenaline mode. In that mode, he becomes faster, does more damage, and he don't heal himself. So if you shoot him again, he will die. The best thing you can do is fly away from him and wait. Let him eat any wild creatures to heal himself, and then you can try again. If a wild Acro only eats even one tiny dodo, he can completely heal himself. So you're not gonna wait too long to try again. Or there's one other way if you're playing with your friend. You can actually heal wild Acro with your snow owl. And one more thing, you don't have to aim for his mouth to feed him. You just have to be near him to feed him narcotics. It doesn't matter if you're feeding him from side or behind, you just have to be near him.
All right, so let's begin taming process. First, put narcotics in your last slot. Then you need some firearms like pump-action shotgun, fabricator pistol, or assault rifle. You shoot him until his health gets low. Then he goes into defensive stance for some limited time. In that duration, where he takes less damage, you keep shooting him until his adrenaline bar gets full. And when he tries to roar to activate his adrenaline mode, that exact time, you have to get close to him and press E key in your keyboard to feed him narcotics. Feeding him increases his torpor and instantly heal him completely, so you can repeat this process again and again. After doing this a few times, he gets unconscious, and if you feed him exceptional kibble, if you don't have that, you can feed him meat too, and you got yourself a tamed acrocanthosaurus. All right, before you get excited and ready to go tame acrocanthosaurus,
Let's talk about Acrocanthosaurus's competitor. There's only one creature similar to Acro, and it's Rex. For size, Acro definitely beated the Rex. He is so much larger than Rex. Appearance-wise, I like Acro's amber eyes, and Rex's sharp and strong big jaw. Both look great. Acro is new, so he has some jiggle physics too, when he walks and run. Talk about their roar? I like both creature roar. If I put in few words, Acro roar represents fear in his roar. It's loud and scary. And Rex roar indicates strength and pride. It's so powerful. I love the heavy shake effect too. But what about their stats? Both creature are at level 1. Rex has 1100 HP, and Acro has 1300 HP. So Acro is winning here. Rex has 500 weight capacity, while Acro has 600 weight capacity. So Acro winning here too. Rex has 420 stamina, while Acro has 400 stamina. You might be thinking, finally, Rex wins in stamina. But actually, Rex lost because of his smaller size. It's like a small person running 100 steps, and a big person running 90 steps. Big person still wins. With only his size, he covers more distance with each steps and reach the finish line faster. And Rex has a higher stamina consumption than Acrocanthosaurus. Let's race them both and see the result.
let's start with Rex.
As you can see, Rex consumed his 420 stamina in 10 seconds. He consumed almost double amount of stamina than Acro. That's crazy. And he reaches the finish line in 46 seconds. Let's see what Acro can do. To be honest, I feel bad for Rex at this point. As you can see, Acro's 400 stamina drained in around 22 seconds, and he reaches the finish line in 27 seconds. And if we use Acro's adrenaline mode, he gets even more faster. He reaches finish line in only 15 seconds, and he only used half of his stamina. So Acrocanthosaurus clearly winner here in speed and stamina.
Rex has 1500 torpor, while Acro has 800 torpor. Torpor increase automatically with level. Once you get a higher level Acro, torpor doesn't matter much.
But what about their melee damage? So Acro has 55 base damage at 100% of melee on his primary bite attack, and Rex has 62 base damage at 100% melee on his primary bite attack. Rex has faster attack speed than normal Acro, but in his adrenaline mode, Acro becomes faster and does more damage than Rex. Let's test DPS of both creatures on Training Dummy. I put 32nd on Training Dummy. Start with Rex. So Rex doing pretty good. He is able to land 32 hits and does total 2001 damage in 30 seconds. Let's see what Acro can do. So Acro lands 26 hits and does total 1,445 damage in 30 seconds. And if we use his bite plus his stomp attack, you can squeeze a little bit more damage, 1,541. Now let's test Acro in his adrenaline mode. He able to land 37 hits and does total 2,738 damage in 30 seconds. That's it for the damage test.
So what's the final verdict?
Acrocanthosaurus is the winner, even without adrenaline buff. It's because when you're going to use both dinos, with Rex you can't focus on his only melee upgrade. You have to level up his health, his stamina, and a little bit weight too, to make him strong. Since Acro already has more health than Rex, and more weight, and double the stamina than Rex, and healing capabilities, you can put most of your level point in his melee to compensate, his low base damage. And if Acro in his adrenaline mode, there's no competition at all. Acrocanthosaurus totally winner here.
So what about Rex? Is he totally replaceable now? He has no use anymore? There's something where Rex does a better job than Acro. In some boss fights, where we get limited time and where get so little time window to actual damage the real boss, like Noon Attack, Dragon Boss, and Ragnarok. Rex army does fast, consistent burst of damage. It performs so much better. When you don't ride Acro, his AI won't able to utilize his mechanics smartly. Imagine you have so little time to damage boss, and your Acro goes in defensive stance, and does roar for 4 or 5 seconds. That's waste of DPS. That's all the bullshit I thought before testing them on Noon Attack Alpha Dragon Boss on Ragnarok. And, spoiler alert, I got bad news for Rex.
For comparison, so I summoned 13 tamed Acro, level 450 Acro. All have around 20k HP and 500 melee. And I summoned 13 tamed Rexes, all level 450. All have around 16k HP and around 500 melee. Rex has low HP because his base health is 1100 HP is lower than compared to Acro base health 1300 HP. I was shocked how well Acro performing. They use adrenaline mode to heal themselves too. I was just standing in the sky, putting them on aggressive.
let them fight the boss. They killed Alpha Boss with around 90% of their health left. That blew my mind. I wish I could say same for the Rex army. All 13 Rexes died. They don't even able to reduce boss health to half. They all died because they simply don't have any way to heal themselves. Sadly, I have to say Acro fully power-crept Rex in every way. Let me know if there's anything Rex does better than Acro.
I think every creature has a unique specialty and a scenario where that creature truly shines. For example, Karcha is best for collecting meat, and Therizino is the best for collecting fiber. So where's Acro truly shines? You can use them in most of the boss arena. They perform better than Rexes. But the place Acro truly shines is raids in PvP. They are built for raids. Acro can damage even tech structure with his shoulder bash attack. And you can tank up your Acro health for your survivability. For example, Giga and Karcha health scaling is 0.04% HP for Giga and 0.08% HP for Karcha for per level upgrade, because devs nerf them to balance the game. But Acro has 5.4% HP scaling per level. With Giga and Karcha, you can't even pump up their health up to 40k, while with Acro, you can easily reach 160k to 170k HP. He can tank so much damage and protect the rider.
In short, he's best in his role. I enjoyed so much playing with him, and he looks so cool. He is totally worth taming. Let's hope we will get Rex TLC in future too someday. That's it for today, but before I go, please let me know if there's any info about Acro I missed in this video. I'll pin your comment so everyone can see it. Have a beautiful day, you all. See you soon.